Tampa Bay, Hollywood Hulk Hogan here, and I got something to say to all you dudes out there bitching and whining about the fact that I charge $17.99 for 6 delicious, crispy, golden brown coconut shrimp at Hulk Hogan Shrimp Shack. Well, get this, dude. I don't think you realize the tender love and care, the painstaking process that I, Hulk Hogan, go through when I personally hand batter each and every one of these succulent morsels of the sea. Check it out. First I take some jumbo shrimp, remove the shells and legs. Then I grab a can of beer and a couple eggs. Gonna need some flour and a big ass measuring cup. A teaspoon of some baking powder and some shredded coconut. Heat up 3 tubs of oil to 350 degrees. Now that I have my ingredients, it's time for some hand battering. Combine the eggs and a cup of flour in a bowl. Add the baking powder and some beer and stir it slow. Combine some more flour and the coconut shreds in a separate bowl. Now my coconut batter is ready to go. Ugh, brutal. I may be old and balding, I may walk with a limp. That doesn't mean I cannot make some badass deep fried shrimp. You've seen me take on Heather Clem in naked wrestling. Now watch as I commit some shrimp assault and battering. Toss those crustaceans in flour, then grab each one by the tail. Submerge them in the batter and let out a victory yell. Hooray! Roll the battered shrimp in the flour and coconut. Then throw them in the fryer for 2 or 3 minutes. After you get a taste of these, you will be begging for more. Now run these coconut shrimp to table 4. I am the Hulkster, and I'm so sad I could cry. A group of chubby ladies took something precious of mine. I want you all to start searching day and night until my property's found. Brother, these husky women, they played a mean joke. And now my heart's been broke by some boot-stealing fatties. Well, I opened Hogan's Beach so all the kids could have a hoot. Not so some fat chicks could come and steal my fucking boot. They're probably taking turns wearing it, having so much fun. I just want my boot back, that would be so sweet. Even if it smells like fat girl feet. Goddamn these boot-stealing fatties. Yeah, I signed the heel, it was worth some dough. They walked right into my store and those fat bitches took it, dude. Oh, the Shrimp Shack has been attacked by a group of chicks who are fat and really sneaky. Dude, we gotta search this town until we found that group of boot-stealing fatties. I keep wrestling memorabilia in the form of footwear. Macho Man autograph moccasins, penny loafers signed by Ric Flair. The fat girls ignored all that stuff and went for the boot that was mine. Brutal. Yeah, I got fucked and it was all caught on tape. And I also got another tape of those boot-stealing fatties. Yeah, I signed the heel, it was worth some dough. They walked right into my store and those fat bitches took it, dude. Oh, the Shrimp Shack has
been attacked by a group of chicks who are fat and really sneaky. Let's everyone look around until we found that group of boob-stealing fatties. Let's everyone look around until we found that group of boob-stealing fatties. Yeah, let's everyone look around until we found that group of boob-stealing fatties.
I've been smelling my hole. I just got a sex change. It's already infected. It smells like shit and decay. Really good chance I'm gonna one day. At least I'll get more attention than all those normie gays. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to when a creature like me believes that it's true that he could just wake up and not be a dude. But he is. Oh, he is living as a new girl with a Y chromosome. You ask which men can be women, I'll tell you which can. The ones that trade their pole for a hole, and that hole really stinks, and it's covered in goo, and it smells like a combo of roadkill and poop. If I don't dilate it, it will heal shut and fill in. Tell me which man can be women. There's a global mission to turn peepees to giners. They'll do it to minors, they don't care. Lord, I got gigantic feet, but I cut off my beat. Both my butt cheeks are covered in hair. Still got an Adam's apple the size of a planet. My name used to be Craig, but I changed it to Janet. Got brainwashed by the internet, left holding the bag. I cut my penis off, I could have just been a It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to when a creature like me believes that it's true that he can just wake up and not be a dude. But he is. Oh, he is living as a new girl with a Y chromosome. You ask which man can be women, I'll tell you which can. The ones that trade their pole for a hole, and that hole really stinks, and it's covered in goo, and it smells like a combo of roadkill and poop. If I don't dilate it, it will heal shut and fill in. Tell me which man can be women. I've been smelling my hole. I got a sex change, and now I regret it. I should have just been fucking gay. Just been fucking gay.
I have a competition in me. I want no one else to succeed. I hate most people.
Now let's blow some shit up.
A listener named Ryan Harkness, he hit one out of the park.
Bunch of slap-jawed around here. This stuff will make you a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus. Just like me.
I can't see without his glasses.
1 minute we're laughing, the next minute he's dead. Why would God let this happen?
37. My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks.
In a row?
Listen up, Tampa Bay. Hollywood Hulk Hogan here.
I think I ate the bones. I ate the bones. I ate the bones.
Sinkhole. Sinkhole.
I spit on your spit.
I piss on your spit.
I shit on your piss.
I fart on your shit.
I laugh at your fart. We are friends again.
What's up,
I piss on your spit. I piss on your spit. I shit on your spit. I fart on your shit. I laugh at your fart. We are friends again. Hey! Hey! I piss on your spit. I piss on your spit. I shit on your spit. I fart on your shit. I laugh at your fart. We are friends again. Hey!
Oh shit, it's about
about that time again. Welcome to the Ryan Harkness Show, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Ryan Harkness, here for another glorious, well-organized, well-produced episode that appears right here every Sunday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern. I fucked that up in like a lot of videos. If you look at some of my other videos, like I don't know. It's a long story, but I fucked up the Eastern and the Standard. I'm a retard, and I hope you enjoy hanging out with a retard, because I am that. Welcome to the Ryan Harkness Show. Yeah, we got a good one planned for you tonight. Thank you for joining, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of stuff in the news, lots of things to get to tonight. All kinds of whimsy, because, you know, the world is melting down around you. Everything sucks dick. Your food and living expenses are getting more and more expensive by the day, but that doesn't mean you can't still laugh. That doesn't mean you can't still look the people that are doing it to you square in the eye, flip them a bird, and tell them to suck your dick while they drag you off to the gulag. That's what this show is all about, keeping a sunny disposition amidst all the horrendous realities that we're going through. Yes, this is the Ryan Harkness Show. I hope you will follow me at Ryan Harkness _ on Twitter, or X, as I guess the kids are calling it these days, and you could interact with the program, guaranteed. Of course, we have the chat room in there. I'd glance at that from time to time, but if you want me to pay attention to you, to read whatever it is you have to say because you're brilliant and beautiful and you're hilarious and you should probably be doing a show instead of me, you can express that sentiment by going to buymeacoffee.com /Harkness Show, and with a small monetary donation that goes to helping this program out, I will read whatever your comment is. That is called a SuperChat. Welcome to the show, everybody. Holy shit, it's been another week. Everything is going at lightning fast pace. I can't believe it's almost the holidays. It's almost Thanksgiving's time. It's almost Turkey Day, la Dia de Pavo, and then Christmas right after that, and then we do this shit all over again, and then tax time. Tax time is right after that, and I know every listener to this show dutifully pays their taxes. I know I do. I make sure every penny that I owe the U.S. government, I make sure I fork it out, not just at the end of the year, not like out of my paycheck constantly, but every quarter. Every quarter I have my accountant go through my books and make sure that the powers that be get everything out of me. You know, give unto Caesar what is due to Caesar, is what the Bible says. And I am a devout Christian, as all of you know, and all my friends and family know. Like, I live that life. Just kidding. I'm a horrible fucking Christian. That's a complete joke. I wish I could be one. I would like to be a better one, but I like stuff that, you know, is not allowed. And that's what this show is about. And you've probably tuned into this program before. If you saw this deal, I know I play it a little bit too much. Yeah, all that. I made a new friend. I made a new friend on Twitter. I'm going to open up the show with this. They might even tune in tonight. I'm thinking that they'll probably catch the replay, but I made a friend on Twitter, and it was because of that song. Every fucking day, I get somebody tweeting me or DMing me saying, "Oh, this is funniest thing I've seen in years. Thank you for speaking truth to power," whatever iteration of that gay kind of fucking sentiment, which I do appreciate. I truly do. If you think that stuff or anything that I've ever done is funny, I am heartened to hear from you if you have something to say that. But this one message, or this one tweet that I got today, I think it was yesterday actually, it stood out as far as those types of tweets go to me in my mind, because Well, let me just read it to you. And I told this person that I was going to be mentioning this tweet that they sent me. They're one of literally thousands of people that have, sent me a glowing review of that parody song. But there's something different about them. Something different about them that I appreciate very much, and I wanted to kick off the show by highlighting that. Let me see if I could pull up that Twitter here. Let's go up here, and I think this is the deal that it starts out. Was it this one? It's going to be Twitter share. Twitter share. Okay, right here. This is this came from, and again, if you're listening tonight, I hope you could make yourself known in chat. I'll figure that out pretty soon. But I hope I'm not doxing you. I hope I'm not putting you out when you didn't want to be mentioned or anything. Your Twitter handle is on the screen right now. But I truly appreciate what you said regarding this, considering your circumstances. This person's initial tweet to me, he retweeted the which men can be women, or I don't know if I have his pronouns correct, but they retweeted the parody song, and they said, "This is my new favorite, not spelled the way we do here in America. This is my new favorite song. Sharing this with all my trans friends who will love it." I think you could see what stood out to me. Sharing this with all my trans friends who will love it because they can take a fucking joke. Also think the gender ideology agenda being pushed on kids is wrong, disgusting, and evil. And when I read this, I always favorite anybody that says something nice about what I do, because I do truly appreciate it. But in this case, I actually responded to them, and they didn't front load this with giving me any knowledge about their situation quite yet. And I responded with, "That's great, but I will not be responsible for you losing your trans friends when this goes awry." Thinking that this is, just the average Joe that enjoyed the song and has some friends that are transgendered. And I was thinking, it's quite possible that they won't think that this is funny as you think it is, and I don't know if this is going to go the way that you think it is going to. But they responded shortly with, "Nah, it's okay. I'm trans too. We are all on the level. Thanks for this." Kissy face emoji. Now, I think you could tell why I was taken aback by this situation. I'm sure by now all of you have seen that parody song. If not, you could, again, follow me on Twitter at @RyanHarkness_, and that's the pinned tweet. You could check it out there. But by now, everybody's seen that fucking thing. Yeah, a trans person has expressed to me explicitly that not only do they think the song is funny, but they're going to share it with all their on-the-level trans friends who also will think it's funny. So that threw me for a fucking loop. I did not expect that, because I get shit from the trans community all the time about how they feel about this song. Let me see if I could find for you. Let me go back here. I'm going to just pull up the last tweet that I could find in regards to, and I retweeted this a while ago, somebody that felt, let's just say, differently about the parody song. Let me pull this up here. All right, here we go. Put that back. Doink. This should do it. All right. Go over here. All right, this person says, and this is what I usually get from the community. I don't think I've ever talked about this on the show, but they say, "You should go put a bullet in your head. You're a disgusting piece of shit. You're," spelled YOU''RE, incorrect. Your jokes aren't funny. You're the scum of the earth. I think it's wrong I don't know why they put that in quotation marks, for people to be happy because of the Bible, and then you spew hatred like this, makes absolutely no sense. You will burn in hell forever and ever. Hope you enjoy an extremely painful death one day. So that's typically what I get in regards to people that aren't, really keen to those kinds of jokes. They don't like it. But this person is from the trans community, and they said not only do they like it, but they're going to share it with all their friends. So I think they did. And it continues. Let me see if I could find the rest of those tweets. This one says, yep, seriously, man, sharing this with all my trans friends and talking about it. You hit us like rich men north of Richmond hit America. Thank you for putting your voice to music. We hope the whole world sees this. I gotta say, I am very impressed with this individual's sense of humor. It was heartening. I really like seeing that even somebody from the trans community, and apparently, they're not alone in being able to laugh at themselves. I wish more people from more communities, including mine and whatever one that you want to define yourself as, could do that. I think that's precisely what the world needs, rather than the opposite. And there's plenty of people that would associate themselves with, say, my side of the political aisle, or just say on the right in general. They can't take a joke. I mean, you make fun of Donald Trump and they'll fucking smear shit on the walls and start pulling their hair out. So I really appreciated that. I think it's Isambard Jameson. I hope you don't mind me reading your Twitter handle on the air. Let me just check the chat real quick. Are you in here? Let me see. No, I don't think I see you in here, but you might catch it on the replay, and if you do, make yourself known. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you appreciating the song. And if you or any of your other trans brethren or sistren are on Twitter, I'll follow you right back, and let's stay in touch. I might even depending on how interesting you present yourself otherwise, I would love for you to maybe Skype or call into the show and we could talk about it. I think that would make for some good content. So thank you, Mr. or Mrs., however you prefer to be defined as, Jameson. Okay, moving right along. I thought that was really cool. Is it there in my chat? Let me check here. I'm sorry. I'm very bad at reading the chat. I'm trying to do a show and stuff. Let me see. Let me just read this real quick. He's here. Band. Who is he? Or she? Because it's not by that name. Who are you? Say hello right now. Oh, is that you? Done it all? Oh shit! I didn't know that was you. Fuck. You better not be fucking with me. If that's you, well, you've tuned in the show before, haven't you? No shit. So that's you. This isn't your first time being here. Okay, I got it now. I'm catching up with the delay. I could see you in here now. Like I can't read the chat all the time. Because, I know, I'm a fucking retard. Sorry, Jameson. I can't read the chat all the time. I'm trying to do a show, and it's hard for me to read all the comments. And I'm 40 now, damn near, and my eyes are bad, and it's hard to fucking see. But you haven't been here before? This is your first time? I swear to God that I've seen your fucking Okay. Well, if this is your first time, welcome to the show. I hope you enjoy it. And again, I was talking about you during that segment, and you were here the whole time. I'm an idiot. I couldn't tell, but I appreciate you, ma'am or sir, and I'd like to get to know you more. And I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna put my fucking email at Ryan Harkness Show. I think somebody just sent me a DM. It might have been you. I'll hook up with you there. But send me an email if you can, or I'll figure out who you are through that direct message if that was you. But on the real, I think it would be cool to have an interview with my first and maybe only trans listener. I think that would make for some excellent content. I already know that you have a great sense of humor. If you would be down to do that, I would be much obliged. But that's all I wanted to say for now. We'll hook up later. I'm gonna get on with the show, but welcome, and again, thank you for the kind words, and I hope I could make you laugh in the future as well. But moving along, again, thank you, Jameson. We got this young man's in the news. Anybody know who this is? This is somebody that lives very close to me. If you're a Tampa person, you might know this as Hulk Hogan's son, Mr. Nick Hogan. If you listen to the very intro of the show during the startup screen, I was playing some of my old Hulk Hogan related parody songs that I did on the radio. If it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, I probably would not be speaking into this microphone to you guys right now. He kind of gave me my jump start into the broadcasting industry. And maybe we'll talk about that later, but I definitely saw this as a result of a tweet of my friend Bubba the Love Sponge, who is, if you know his history, is also very affiliated with Mr. Hogan. But yeah, this is Hulk Hogan's kid, looking very different these days. He is in the news for having a DUI. Now, typically, that wouldn't be such a big deal. You know, some celebrity's kid got a fucking DUI. Who really gives a shit, you know? But the circumstances around Hulk Hogan's kid, Nick Hogan, getting another DUI are a little spicy because this isn't his first time being caught imbibing. Tonight, the official drink of the Ryan Harkness Show is boxed red wine. Fancy is the way we do it here. But he had 1, 2, 3, 10 too many of these previously when he was a 17-year-old kid. And somebody got hurt in that incident. Let me see if I could find this. Now, I thought this video there's a ton of them to use, but I thought this one was particularly funny to tell Nick Hogan's 17-year-old, he was 17 when this happened, his DUI story in which he turned his best friend into a potato, an invalid, a retard. He gave him brain damage by rocking around in Daddy's Supra, and he got a slap on the wrist for it. But I thought this one was funny. Let's listen to this extremely low energy Xanaxed out turd tell us what happened. Woo! This is old school. This probably came out around the time it happened. Let me see. Yeah, 14 years old, this video from the Tampa Bay Times. Just like nobody's seen this either. That's why I picked it. Tampa Bay Times.
Going home.
Okay, this young poor man who is fucked up, obviously, sitting in the back seat here, is Mr. John Graziano. John Graziano was former best friend of this guy, Nick Hogan. And Nick Hogan, like I said, got fucked up, was racing in Hulk's yellow Supra, his classic Hulk Hogan yellow Supra. They had too many drinks, and he wrapped the shit around a fucking palm tree, and now his best friend is an invalid.
Today's the big day.
John Graziano was released this morning from the James A. Haley Veterans Hospital.
The Tampa Bay Times guy that John Graziano. This guy brings the energy. You guys fucking get ready. Here's your big fucking debut on Tampa Bay Times, biggest newspaper in Tampa. How you gonna deliver it?
This morning from the James A. Haley Veterans Hospital in Tampa. 2 years.
Look at that young, good-looking kid. This is what he looked like right before the accident. It's weird how people get massively traumatic head injuries, and it changes the fucking way they look. We're at 20 seconds here. Let's go back. Let's look at Homeboy now. That's what he looks like after the accident. And you can see the very defined dent in his forehead. But, like Terry Schiavo. You guys remember Terry Schiavo? She looked dramatically different before she was turned into a potato, too. Much like this poor young man.
2 years after he suffered severe brain damage in a street race crash with
Nick
Galea, the son of...
Look at this fucking car. Yikes. For those who are audio only, this is a... God damn, I would love to have a Toyota Supra, too. I like Supras, which I think is actually just a BMW Sportster with a Toyota badge on it. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I heard. But yeah, that big dent you see where it's V'd out, that's where Nick Hogan wrapped it around a palm tree sideways.
The son of wrestling star Hulk Hogan. Doctors determined that he had improved enough to go home, where he will have 24-hour care.
Thank God that this day...
Oh, yeah, by the way, war veteran and ex-Marine.
Did happen.
Not Nick Hogan, but the guy that he turned into a potato.
Against what everybody thought. Right now, he's high-end, minimally conscious, moving towards emerging. So with a lot more rehabilitation and all the new things that are coming out that are available.
He's fucked. Like, from what I understand, I mean, he might be, God bless mama for, having hope and sticking by her son and, believing what the wishful thinking that the doctors instilled in her. But from what I heard, like, he is, he's a ghost compared to what he was before. I mean, look at the look in his face. Poor
how
guy.
far he goes. Just going to unfold the...
I'm building, a mountain of reasons why you would never, ever do this again.
This is Joseph Garnett Jr. with TampaBay.com.
Joseph Garnett Jr. You are, lay off the Xanax, my friend. You're doing a fucking news report. And that was abysmal, and that's why I picked that one. But yeah, Hulk Hogan's son, when he was around, I can't do the math off the top of my head, but probably around 15 years ago, was drinking and driving with his buddy in Daddy's Toyota Supra, wrapped it around a tree, and turned his Marine war veteran friend into a fucking potato. And not today, but a few days ago, I get, again, this news here. Let me see if I could pull that up again. Yep, the mugshot. And it is ironic that Bubba tweeted that out. But he has been arrested, and that's the backstory on his old arrest. I don't know if you guys know the saga of how Hulk Hogan handled that. Hulk Hogan is the daddy with the money, all that kind of shit. He had there's a Larry King interview with Hulk Hogan that he addresses the whole thing. And he, it's his son. I understand you're obviously upset about your son being in trouble, but he's very crass in it. And you could look it up, just look up Hulk Hogan, Larry King, and maybe John Graziano, and you'll find the interview. But during the interview, he did say that it was God's will that John became a vegetable. Hulk Hogan almost broke down last night on Larry King, but his outrageous behavior over derelict son's criminal behavior was in full blossom. For starters, Hulk said he felt Nick's accident, which put his friend John Graziano in a vegetative state, was God's plan to make John a better person. I don't know if you guys think, you may or may not be religious, but I don't think that made John a better person. This is the dent that was put in John. This isn't a dent. His skull got crushed, and his frontal lobe was obliterated by a sable palm and a Toyota Supra. So a little bit crass, but you know what? That didn't stop old Nicky Hogan. He's back out on the streets and chugging them down because he's got a God-shaped hole in his heart, and he got another DUI. Yep, and he's in jail right now, rightfully so. Florida, Florida is a state that does not fuck around when it comes to driving under the influence. You could get one, and they'll hit you hard. You're not going to completely lose your life and livelihood, but they're going to teach you a lesson after your first DUI. Your second one, they're going to fuck your ass raw. Any subsequent ones after that, and especially there's multipliers. If you do or one of the previous ones, like Nick Hogan did, if you hurt anybody, they are going to fuck your butt. And even despite being a Hogan, having plenty of money for legal defense, I am pretty sure that old Nicky Boy is in for some fucking hurting as a result of this one. And just imagine John Graziano doesn't comprehend any of the shit that's going down, but imagine being the family, like the mom that you saw and you see in the news that he got popped again for another fucking DUI. Like, how fucking mad would you be? Like, your kid was a working class kid, serving his country, but you see Nick Hogan skate. I think he got a slap on the wrist for all that shit. And your son's now a vegetable, and Nick Hogan didn't learn his lesson whatsoever. So fuck Nick Hogan. Fuck Hulk Hogan too, because I think I was banned by Hulk Hogan on Twitter. Let me see if I still am. After all my, like I said in the beginning of the show, I played some of my old Hulk Hogan related parodies to see. I think it's at. Let me see. What's Hulk Hogan's Twitter? At Hulk Hogan, H Hogan. Hulk Hogan. What's his Twitter? I just want to see if I'm still banned by this dude. I don't even know if he's on Twitter anymore. There's at Hulk Hogan, and and we are blocked. You are blocked, Mr. Ryan Harkness. You should. The initial one was he had a restaurant, and it was like really Hulk Hogan themed and all 90s out. And I made a song about, we joked about it on the radio show, that it was like a seafood restaurant in Clearwater, Florida. like a surf shop / seafood restaurant, real corny, real wrestling oriented, real 90s oriented. And we jokingly called it, I think it was called Hogan's Beach, but we called it Hulk Hogan's Shrimp Shack. And I made a parody song about it being all fucking 90s out and the food being awful, which is one of the many reviews that they got about there, that it was overpriced. If you listen to the beginning, I had Hulk Hogan's coconut shrimp recipe, which is a real recipe. If you listen to that song again, that's a real coconut shrimp recipe, and the premise is that Hulk Hogan makes the coconut shrimp himself, and when coconut shrimp are made by Hulk Hogan, that's how you could justify charging $19. Back in 2013, that was very expensive for a plate of coconut shrimp. Today, that's probably, you'd probably be hard-pressed to be able to find coconut shrimp at under $25. But yeah, I got a bunch of them. The first one, I think, was the one about the restaurant, Hulk Hogan Shrimp Shack. Let me just give you I'm not going to play old parody songs because that's fucking hack as hell. Parody songs are hack as hell, but this is what that sounded like. No, that ain't it. It's this right here. This is, and part of the joke was like the 90s atmosphere that he tried to recreate in his shitty restaurant. And so I did it to, and I don't remember the name of the song. I think it's like Sister Hazel or something, but some 90s bullshit. But I'll just give you a taste of that real quick. I've got like 5 Hulk Hogan songs.
I figure I'd check it out, grab some grub and pass the time.
Listen to the production. This was my first parody song. I had like a Behringer. Oh, this is actually kind of funny. I was iffy on whether or not I was going to play this, but it's kind of funny because the production is so shitty. I didn't know a goddamn thing about audio production. I had dog shit, bottom of the barrel, cheap equipment. You could really hear it, this song, but it was just good enough for it to be featured on the biggest radio station in Tampa at the time.
At Hulk Hogan's restaurant, thought maybe it'd be worth trying.
Now, remember, this song is packed full of wrestling references and 90s references. That's what makes it somewhat funny.
I was seated on a folding chair. My waiter looked just like Ric Flair. And crappy 90s music is all they play. Well, there's a place in Clearwater that serves real shitty food. It's owned by a washed-up wrestler dude. If you wish that it was still 92, then Hulk Hogan Shrimp Shack is just for you.
Yeah, shit like that. It goes on, and again, it's not relevant, so I'm not going to play the whole thing. Maybe I used to have all this shit on my SoundCloud page, and then I just privated it all. But I have maybe 2 hours worth of 3-minute parody songs. A lot of shit like that. It is not relevant anymore, but I get away with playing it kinda tonight because of Nick Hogan being arrested. All right, what do we got next? Let's get into the new Zoomer revolution. I'm gonna play this video for you guys, and while I'm playing it, I'm gonna catch up with the chat. This is what's going around on the TikTok with the young kids. They have discovered Mr. Osama bin Laden and what he had to say in his letter to America.
My voice just wants to leave you.
Life does not. Oh my God. Oh my God.
My voice just wants to leave.
This morning I read Letter to America, which is Osama bin Laden's letter to America explaining why he attacked Americans. And I am ashamed to say that I not only have never read this letter, but I didn't even know this letter existed. It's wild, and everyone should read it. If you haven't read it yet, read it. However, be forewarned that this has left me very disillusioned, and I feel the same exact way I felt when I was deconstructing Christianity. I feel
I'm sure you fucking you deconstructed Christianity with the mind power and prowess of fucking of Voltaire or Dostoevsky. You fucking stupid white woman.
Timeline, what is this? And yeah, so go read it.
So I just read A Letter to America.
And shit.
So, I will never look at life the same. I will never.
I just read A Letter to America, and that Osama bin Laden. Shit.
This country the same. I will never. Please read it, and if you have read it, let me know if you are also going.
Go look it up, guys. Read it.
Crisis in this very moment.
Is it going to give you an existential crisis, or is it going to do what it did to me?
Entire life I have
say a bunch of shit I already fucking knew. Here, I'll post it in the chat.
Please read
so you can find it. Bin Laden, doodle-doo. There it is.
Right now and go read.
Don't look at it now. Look at it later.
Read A Letter to America. And please come back here and just let me know what you think, because I feel like I'm going through like an existential crisis right now.
They keep saying the same thing, an existential crisis.
I need you to stop what you're doing and go read A Letter to America. It is literally the craziest thing I've read in a while. And while I can't say that I'm that surprised, I am pretty shocked. So go read it and tell me what you think, because I really also need to talk to other people about this. And actually, before you even read the letter, I did want to mention, in reading the letter, I could only think of this.
Cody, the CIA wrote the letter. That's
Under settler colonialism, any kind of resistance is branded as terrorist because the only acceptable violence is violence by the occupier.
Yeah.
So this is fucking insane. I just read Osama bin Laden's letter to America, which
to the right-wing establishment that I'm fitting to shit on, like all the fuck over, we see a definite pattern in here. I'll give you this. It's a bunch of Gen Z, college age, absolute retards that don't know their dick from their vagina, from a hole in the wall, from anything when it comes to geopolitical situations, history that they were barely alive for, if at all. These people are idiots, and I'll definitely give you that. To come to this revelation that they're coming to now, but it's the worst, because I'm a man with no home, a man with no country. I can't fit in with conservative Inc. because I poke holes in the glaringly obvious bullshit that they push, and obviously I hate this shit and these people as well. So I have no home. Yes, these people are complete idiots. They have become inspired by a letter of a alleged terrorist while they live in the country that everything that they have, all the amenities of life, every dollar, be it degrading day by day, every the shingles on the roof over their head, their running water, their ability to go to work, get an education, etc., 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 are predicated on the forces that made Osama bin Laden want to kill us. So they benefited from us, from that, and they're going to demonize it, like most Marxists, socialists, etc. do. But nuance involves pointing out the correct things in unpopular opinions. With that being said, let's continue to watch these retarded facts.
We'll be going through right here, but it's actually so mind-fucking to me that terrorism has been sold as this idea to the American people and honestly just so many Western inhabitants within certain nations that this group of people, this random group of people just suddenly wakes up one day and just fucking hates you, just wants you dead, wants you gone. And this is all because they believe that they're better than us. Like, that is the root of terrorism. It doesn't make sense. They just hate your fucking nation. But reading this letter, it becomes apparent to me that the actions of 9/11 and those acts committed against the USA and its people were all just the buildup of our government failing other nations in majority of these situations. And this letter was insanely eye-opening. I really urge everybody to Google and read it.
What did you think their reason was? Did you believe the narrative that they hate us for our freedoms? That we got to fight them over there so we don't have to fight them over here? That we're exporting democracy to the third world? What the fuck did you think it was for?
Because I thought that I had quite a lot of media literacy, but this takes it to a whole nother fucking level where I was just like, holy shit, like propaganda is genuinely so deeply embedded into our fucking DNA.
Yeah, no shit.
Letter to America, you're probably
definitely yours.
You probably have a lot of questions. Welcome to the club. But we don't have a lot of time to sit and talk about everything because there's still so many puzzle pieces that...
Here's the problem. And it's going to, again, I'm going to shit on the classic right-winger stance on this, but they are right in the sense that these are all privileged college kids with iPhone 13s who have been subjugated to Marxist and socialist propaganda at the colleges that they go to the point where, because they're in a world of like white supremacy is the biggest threat to them and the country. You are the oppressed because of your race or whatever fucking unicorn bullshit nonsense that they're taught. That's the dynamic that they're constantly in politically and ideology-wise. This is something strange because it kind of fuels that narrative and that line of thought, but it's like if your Marxist socialist professors were right the whole time, why didn't they talk about this? Why didn't they talk about the reasons the rest of the world hate America? The reasons 9/11 took place? Why are they talking about like white people and how they hate you? Wouldn't it make more sense to talk about this if this is the whole crux of geopolitical hatred towards the United States? It's never even been mentioned to you. This is the first time you're hearing about it. This is the first time you even fucking contemplated it. Doesn't that lend credence to the idea that your fucking professors are retarded, I don't know, idiots that are lying to you? Or maybe leading you to bark up the wrong tree? You've been barking up the white people tree forever. You've been barking up the wrong tree.
You just do not know about.
Go read it.
Maybe not, though.
Like, seriously, go read it.
Those people look
Type
white.
A letter to America in Google or whatever you use, then come right back. Because this makes a lot more sense. It explains so much. And I guarantee you it's going to blow your mind. And let's talk about it. So go read it, come back. Whew, it's a lot. Oops. It's a lot.
Hey. Are you even paying attention to me right now?
I read Osama bin Laden's letter to America.
The way this letter is going viral right now is giving me the greatest sense of relief. If you're Muslim and you've lived in the US since 9/11, you know more truth than the typical citizen. Now it's all coming to light because of Palestine.
See her fatherless child fucking whining in the background.
Palestine. Since 9/11, you know more truth.
Listen,
Now,
Mommy, stop making TikToks and pay attention.
All coming to light because of Palestine.
Whatever, you get it. The fucking his letter blew up, and again, if you want to read it, go ahead. It's obvious shit. We are missing the big picture, though, and if you want the big picture, maybe go back to my. By the way, this is the Ryan Harkness Show. If you're just tuning in, follow me at Ryan Harkness _ on Twitter. That's where I'm the most interactive as far as social media platforms go. And you could super chat the program by going to buymeacoffee.com/Harkness Show. Let me see if any of those came in. I don't want to oh, somebody bought a coffee, so we're gonna read that in a second. But let me get to my point. This is not Osama bin Laden did not do 9/11. I don't know if I'm breaking this news to you guys, but after Tower 1 and Tower 2 fell, and again, what I was going to say is go to my my YouTube page, go to, I don't know why you have to do this, but instead of the page that just shows the videos, all my live streams, which is most of my videos are live streams, go click on the live tab over there. And towards the bottom, it was one of the first streams I did. It's 2 streams. It's my 9/11 streams that I did on the anniversary of 9/11. Go back and listen to those. And that might give you a little bit more in-depth insight as far as to what I believe 9/11 is all about. But Tower 1 fell, Tower 2 fell, and then nobody talks about this, but a tower that never even fucking got hit by a plane, for some reason, fell as well. Why would that happen? Why would Tower 7 fall? And it doesn't make any sense. Did Osama bin Laden, like the general narrative is 18 Saudi Arabian, which that's the mainstream narrative, that Saudi Arabian hijackers did this, and they loaded up 3 planes, hit Tower 1, hit Tower 2, hit the Pentagon. The Pentagon wasn't hit by a plane, it was hit by a missile, that's obvious. But why did Tower 7 fall? Why did Tower 7, the building that all our war accounting takes place in, why did that one go down? And what's with Lucky Larry Silverstein? And again, and yada, there's so much fucking evidence that it wasn't Osama bin Laden. It's preposterous. And again, if you didn't know, Osama bin Laden was a CIA agent. We created Al-Qaeda. We created fucking the Taliban. We created all of that. We got a super chat. It just says, "You are a genius. Thank you for 2 coffees." And that's from someone. Why does it just say someone? It should give me the fucking name of it here. I rarely get super chats, so this is kind of throwing me for a loop. Let's go back to the email. Someone bought you a coffee. I don't like that someone shit. I think somebody has a fucking name. Do. I don't believe that. That's not right. All right, well, I guess it was anonymous, because they didn't fucking thank you, anonymous. And if you're in the chat, please let me know who that was, unless you don't want to. But dude, you're a genius. Thank you for the 2 coffees. And we have another one. Thanks for the belly laugh sent to everyone I know. Thank you for the 5 coffees. Very fucking appreciated. And again, I'm kind of new to Buy Me a Coffee. I just made a few buckaroonies there. Thanks to you guys. That fully enheartens me to continue to do this program. Those 2 someones, and again, make your names known in the chat if you would like to. You didn't leave your names, or Buy Me a Coffee is fucking gay. But I'll figure that out. Much appreciated. You guys are the lifeblood of the Ryan Harkness show, because if I don't start getting a lot of those, I'm gonna fucking quit this shit one day. I love doing this, I really do, but I'm just a ham and egger fucking working class guy, and just doing this look, I would love to be able to do this show 5 days a week for you guys. I would take a weekend off if this was my job, obviously, but 5 days a week, 2, 3, maybe 4 hours of entertainment every day, parody songs, all that shit. If this was my job, I would fucking dedicate myself to that shit. But I can't. I got a family. I got a job to do. I have to make money. And this shit doesn't make money unless it's from the two someones that fucking bought me like 7 coffees. So thank you, someones. I'm going to find out who you are, I swear to God, before the end of this program. Moving right along, we got, Mr. Ben Shapiro. And you guys all know and love Ben Shapiro, right? And Candace Owens are a feudin'. They're a fussin' and a fightin' and a feudin'. Let's see why exactly that is. Doodly-doo-doo-boo-boo, doink. Doink.
That's usually a tell. And speaking of, so I was out of the country yesterday and didn't have adequate internet access on the plane to really follow this, and I don't understand the context exactly, but the internet was dominated yesterday by video of Ben Shapiro, who you work with at the Daily Wire, I think it's fair to say, attacking you. Here's the video. I just want to get your reaction to it.
Yes, the question is backhand.
All right, I see that you bought me 2 of those coffees, Jameson. Thank you. And I don't look at the chat all the time. I just look at it when I can. If you want to get guaranteed to have while I have you on the horn, and again, my eyes are pretty shitty, but do you want me to refer to you as Jameson or Donatal? But did you not leave your like a handle or something that you want to be known by when you bought me those coffees? Because it just said someone bought you 2 coffees and then the message. I don't like that. I like to know who bought me the coffees. Unless you want to be anonymous, that's of course fine, but I'm just kind of trying to see it from your side. Whatever you want, man. All right, I'm going to call you just for my old man memory. Is it Donatal? Donatal. Nope. I'll call you Jameson, and you'll know who I'm talking about. But did you put a name in there, or did you just pay for the coffees and leave a message? Because if Buy Me a Coffee allowed you to put your name in there and you did and it doesn't show, then I don't really like that. But who knows yet? I don't get a lot of coffees. And whoever sent me the 5 banger, the 25 buckaroonies, make yourself known too, because I'd love to give you some love. But again, why is Ben Shapiro feuding with Candace?
Immorality. People would rather you parrot certain talking points rather than have a meaningful discussion and a meaningful dialogue, and they don't accept it. And at the moment that they start to censor speech and they start talking, calling you names, like calling you a grandma killer, calling you a pro-Putin puppet, it's because they don't actually believe what they're saying. It's just, these are ad hominem attacks to dissuade from having an actual...
All of you in this chat room are pro-Putin puppets, by the way.
And there always should be an actual debate on that issue.
And when they never explain what you got wrong.
By the way, this is the most diverse... This is the most diverse, politically dissident program on the internet. And I'll talk about this later. This is crazy that I have made it on YouTube as long as I have with saying the shit that I have, because I think I came in like right at a golden point of YouTube's downfall. I might talk about that later, but I have a transgendered individual. I have my Mexican general, Ban Garcia. Angie, I haven't seen you in the chat tonight. You're not around. I have women. I have men that became women that possibly became men. all races, creeds, and colors. I think I'm telling the truth, and that's why so much diversity really is our strength, people. That's what I'm trying to say.
They don't call it wrong; they call it disinformation, which suggests it could be right. That's usually a tell. And speaking of, so I was out of the country yesterday, and didn't have adequate internet access on the plane to really follow this, and I don't understand the context exactly, but the internet was dominated yesterday by video of Ben Shapiro, who you work with at the Daily Wire. I think it's fair to say attacked.
By the way, if you don't know, obviously most everybody knows who Ben Shapiro is. Candace Owens is the token black female right-wing commentator. And lately she has had, if you're familiar with the Daily Wire, that is, Ben Shapiro is one of the biggest shows on that network, and he is one of the largest shareholders of that entire company. So you could probably imagine a very pro-Israel amount of content is going to come out on that platform. Candace Owens has been a little spicy with her opinions regarding Israel lately, and I think that's why it elicited this response from old Benny Boy.
Here's the video. I just want to get your reaction to it.
Yes, the question was about Candace Owens. I think her behavior during this has been disgraceful. Without a doubt.
Disgraceful. She's terrible. She's absolutely disgraceful. She's terrible. She is pathetic goyim. By the way, you can sponsor me by going to birchgold.com. Birchgold.com, you will be sold pieces of paper that say you own gold when you really don't own any gold at all. You're just giving it to people like me.
I think that her faux sophistication on
So,
these particular issues has been ridiculous. It's not faux
to hear what he has to say.
Everybody can see the moves that
She's ridiculous.
saying, and I find them disreputable.
She's despicable, etc., etc. Basically, Candace Owens' stance is there are innocent people that live in Palestine, and those innocent people are suffering at a rate of collateral damage that is probably disproportionately larger than most other conflicts that we've ever seen. Innocent people are dying. And that could be said for the other side as well. Absolutely innocent Jews, well, not really right now, but that one day, October 7th, innocent Jews died. But after that, lots of Palestinian babies have been fucking roasted and toasted. And that's all Candace Owens was really getting at on her show on the Daily Wire. And that's why Ben Shapiro reacted like that. But he didn't really, if you're going to call somebody despicable, if you're going to call somebody reprehensible, you should, somebody as smart as Ben Shapiro is, like, if any of you are fans of Ben Shapiro, you probably became so in, like, the 2016 era when he was shitting on the types of young college kids that you saw in the Osama bin Laden TikTok videos. And it was funny. It was, it was entertaining, but we kind of... And I've definitely grown tired of that kind of shit. And now it's just like stale. And if you haven't noticed, Ben Shapiro has promoted the vaccine. Did you know that? He's been gung-ho about us sending all our money to Israel. And Candace basically just disagreed on some of those points, but now she is reprehensible.
So maybe there's a point in the video where he explains what exactly you did wrong, how you were wrong. I haven't seen it. But to call somebody, quote, absolutely disgraceful, particularly a coworker, seems like...
Oh, hey, Angie.
And I really don't know the background here. What is that about?
There isn't much of a background. I saw the video when everybody else saw it when I woke up.
No one warned you about it.
Nobody warned me about it. It looks like maybe he didn't know he was being recorded. It looks like it was some sort of a private event. I got no clarity on the issue that he was particularly speaking on. And in what was said, I also can't respond to it beyond what he's saying because it's just ad hominem attacks. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's not, we
specifically-
disagree, or
Yeah.
I don't think she's correct, or maybe she doesn't know what she's talking about. It's absolutely disgraceful.
Yeah, exactly.
So you should be able to get granular with that. You should be able to dispute the actual points. And Ben just offered ad hominem attacks against poor, beautiful Candace Owens. Jameson, I saw your chat. I definitely want to get you on Skype and talk to you probably next show. I got too much show to do at this, but we'll hook up. I'm going to make sure all the audio and everything works. If you got a webcam, even better. We'll make sure it looks and sounds good, but I definitely want to talk to a transgender fan of Ryan Harkness comedy and who is a fan of Ben Shapiro. I want that. I need that more than oxygen. So stand by. I will be getting a hold of you.
And so I can't respond to
shit.
it on a level of intellect because there's nothing that he has expressed in that, at least in that short clip.
That's
that
awesome.
He fundamentally disagrees with in terms of what I said, but I will say that I'm not going to respond with the same ad hominem attacks.
Yes.
I don't think it helps further discussion. And if that was me that was caught on a video saying that about colleagues that I work with, I would be embarrassed. So I think that the video speaks more to Ben's character than it speaks to mine.
Has he texted you to apologize or explain or anything?
No, nothing. I haven't heard a single word. It just was sort of something that he said. And you know what? Ben and I have many disagreements, so I don't think that that's particularly something that's interesting. We disagreed on the COVID vaccine. We disagree on Ukraine and Russia. He has taken virtually every stance that has been the opposite of mine on every issue over the last 5 years. So I don't think that that's
On the
particularly
COVID
remarkable.
vaccine. Really, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, he was pro the COVID
Yep.
vaccine.
I don't know if you guys remember that, but old Benny Shapiro guy said, guys, just stop being idiots. Go get the vaccine. What are we doing here? And I have a feeling a lot of people don't know this, but the government of Israel had a contract with Pfizer to basically use their people, their beautiful, innocent Jewish citizens, as guinea pigs for the vaccine. They agreed with the corporation of Pfizer to roll out the vaccine as hard and as mandated as possible. And this came from the mouth of Benjamin Netanyahu himself, to use the population of Israel to see what the fuck the vaccine did. Essentially using Jews as guinea pigs for the vaccine. Not a lot of people know that, but that absolutely happened. I would never say anything disparaging against that wonderful, safe, and effective vaccine. It lowers the chance of transmission and something else that you have to say to be able to say anything about the vaccine on YouTube. But I think it's great. So if any Indian moderators are watching this program, you could rest assured that the Ryan Harkness Show and me, the host, Ryan Harkness, fully endorse the use of the COVID vaccine. I didn't get it because I'm not fucking retarded, but I think it's great. Moving right along, did you guys know that my buddy Alex Jones has a fucking video game? That's right. Things have not been going so great for Alex Jones. I'm sure many of you are familiar with my internet papa, Alex Jones. He is, I really believe, and I'm very tongue-in-cheek on this show, but if you want the real lowdown on what's going on the planet, you should listen to InfoWars. Maybe not some of those ancillary other programs that are on InfoWars that invite Ryan Harkness to come on and then stiff him 2 weeks in a row. Maybe not those, but you should definitely listen to Alex Jones. He's got some great things to say. I don't think he's ever really said anything untrue. And for that sin, that crime, he was fined something like, I don't know, a cartoonish amount of money because he said and I don't believe this, but he said Sandy Hook was like a false flag and it didn't really happen and they were crisis actors. They started a lawsuit against him, and the judgment mandated that he pay like $1 trillion fucking dollars or something, over $1 billion, which to any, private company, like small company, InfoWars, is big, but it's not big enough to be sued for $1 billion or hundreds of several billions of dollars. I think it really, somebody Google that for me. Let me know in the chat how many billions of dollars, because I think it is like in the billions of dollars that Alex Jones was sued for. So he's declared bankruptcy. He's totally fucked. The government has basically swallowed up all his assets, and now by court order, every dollar that passes through his company has to go through them, and they are his CPA now, and it's a fucking nightmare. It's an overreach of the government beyond my imagination that could ever happen for just speech, just shit that he said. And you should be able to say, like, anything was fake. I should be able to say, and I'm not saying this as hypothetically, I'm not really saying this. Hypothetically, on October 7th, the deep state government of Israel knew those attacks were going to take place, and they allowed them to take place. I'm not saying that, but you should be able to say that. You should be able to say things like the fact that, and I'm not saying this, but the fact that Israel allowed 5 Mossad agents to set up atop a Jersey rooftop and film 9/11, prepared to do so before it even happened, proved beyond a shadow of doubt that the government of Israel knew that 9/11 was going to happen and they didn't warn us or do anything about it. You should be able to say things like that, but you can't on YouTube. I don't know if you can in America, because you'll get sued for $1 trillion like Alex Jones did. All that to say, it's just speech. And to even further that, one of the ancillary shows, Owen Schroyer, who I don't remember the name of his show. It's like whatever America Awesome, whatever Owen Schroyer's show is on InfoWars. That man is in federal prison right now for some January 6th shit, and he wasn't even there. It's just all words. And this organization, InfoWars, is getting absolutely decimated by our government, which kind of tells me that the shit they say on that network, they're over the fucking target. That's the only reason why I think that would happen. But Alex Jones, to make up for his bankruptcy, to try to get a little scratch back, to allow him to continue to provide his program and his network to you guys, he has made a video game called Alex Jones New World Order Wars. It's extremely cheesy, it's extremely retarded, but I think I'm going to purchase it just to support the guy. I think it's a great idea to do so. Let's look at the trailer for the video game. I think it's pretty much like a Contra clone. Let's see. Yeah, let's watch this. This is the Alex. Oh, this is an ad. Here we go.
First came Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, and Super Mario Brothers. And now the ultimate...
He's such a fucking... I think he might technically be Gen X, but Alex is a boomer.
Retro nostalgia throwback game. I present to the
Contra.
world Alex Jones's New World Order Wars. They're turning the friggin'
This is Contra.
I'll eat your ass, you Nazi scum.
Contra. Look, he's killing George Soros. Oh.
Let's free the Patriots and defeat the globalist techniques.
Who's that? Is that that's what the fuck? Zuckerberg from Facebook, right? So Alex Jones is fighting lots of a certain type of person.
We are going
In
to
his
defeat the
video game.
globalists very bigly. This game is mostly peaceful.
A little Trump cameo in there. Very corny.
This game is very bigly. This game is mostly peaceful.
I love Alex.
I'm
You
going
should
to lower
too.
the world's population. Oh, big deal.
Fighting Bill
I'm
Gates.
taking you down, rapist. I did not
Bill
have
Clinton.
sexual
Oh, he's on
relations with
Epstein
that
Island.
sexual
I never even
robot.
saw that.
Download
That's
it
great.
now at AlexJonesGame.com because, as we all know, anything badass gets censored.
All right, you guys, this game probably sucks dick as far as video games go. It's obviously corny as fuck, but I'm telling you, I'm going to buy it to support Alex Jones. Even though I'm a little bit salty that I was invited onto his network and then snubbed because, you know, one of their guys went to jail and Harrison Smith had to cover for them. Oh, I let the guy who fucking who flaked on me's name out of my mouth. Yeah, I think I could forgive him because he's given me so much entertainment that I have not reciprocated, and I've never really bought any of his herbal dick pills or vitamins and shit like that, but I'm gonna buy this shitty video game, and I might even do a live stream where I play it because I love Alex and I wish him the best. All right, there's Alex Jones's video game. Go to alexjonesgame.com, I believe, and it's $17.76. That's how much it costs, you know, because $17.76. Pretty awesome. Alex is based, and he should be supported. And I should be supported as well. A couple of you did tonight. I'm going to find out who that other person was other than Jameson. But if you want to get your comments read on this program, you could go to buymeacoffee.com/Harkness Show and follow me on Twitter at @RyanHarkness_. If you want to monetarily support the program via Buy a Coffee, I would love to read your comments, no matter how degrading or horrible that they are. I had nothing but glowing comments tonight, which is beautiful. I love it. But even if you want to shit on me and you think the show sucks, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Harkness Show. I will read the shit on air. I'm going to take a quick break. Again, follow me on Twitter. That's where I'm most active. We are going to be back in a few minutes here. We're going to come back with some more spicy videos. And I got, what else do I got for you guys? I got the new Army recruitment shit. They're not doing so well. I got Malaysian Airlines, the update that's happening to that. And I have one of the most sexy women in the world associated with one of the most unsexy women in the world. All that and more coming back after the break. Give me about 5 minutes to take a piss, regroup, read your chats in the chat room, and I'll be back. Give me a second here. Oh, let me find, since it's Hulk Hogan night, let me find that Shrimp Shack song. Oh, there we go. I'm going to play the Shrimp Shack song while I'm on break. See you guys in just a few minutes.
I figure I'd check it out, grab some grub and pass the time. At Hulk Hogan's restaurant, thought maybe it'd be worth trying. I was seated on a folding chair. My waiter looked just like Ric Flair, and crappy 90s music is all they play. Well, there's a place in Clearwater that serves real shitty food. It's owned by a washed up wrestler dude. If you wish that it was still 92, then Hulk Hogan Shrimp Shack is just for you. Well, I picked up the menu and I couldn't believe my eyes. They had hacksaw Jim dumplings and
can't believe I should be home.
fries. Eggs Benedict, boom and stew. Awesome Collins fried chicken, cordon bleu. And Heather Clem chowder was the soup of the day. Well, there's a place in Clearwater that serves real shitty food. It's owned by a washed up wrestler dude. If you wish that it was still 92, then Hulk Hogan Shrimp Shack is just for you. The Ric Flair waiter, he brings me my food, It's served on a dirty dish while the speakers blare Hootie and the Blowfish. Ugh, this food isn't very good. Excuse me, Ric Flair waiter.
What do you want?
Can I speak with the manager?
Okay. What's up, Briz? What can the Hulkster do for you?
Well, I'm just wondering why there's long blonde hair in all our food.
Oh, that's supposed to be there, dude. We use it as garnish because it won't stop falling out of my friggin' head.
A place in Clearwater that serves real shitty food. It's owned by a washed up wrestler dude. If you wish that it was still 92, then Hulk Hogan Shrimp Shack is just for you. Well, there's a place in Clearwater that serves real shitty food. It's owned by a washed up wrestler dude. If you wish that it was still 92, then Hulk Hogan Shrimp Shack is just for you.
Oh no!
Shrimp Shack is just
Why'd I
for
get
you.
blocked?
Hulk Hogan Shrimp Shack is just for you.
Oh, this song
It's
production is
just for
so
you.
bad. That's before I had this bad boy here. This $375 blue microphone. I was using that old Behringer. But you know what the funny thing about that is you could probably look back, search my name and Twitter. My old Twitter handle was different. It was at Harkness 10 or something like that. But if you could go back and look at those old tweets, there's thousands of people that tweeted these songs to Hulk Hogan. I never mentioned Hulk Hogan in any tweets. I don't believe. I could be wrong about that. I might be lying. But what's funny is he most certainly heard these dumb fucking songs and decided, oh, that's beyond the pale, brother. We can't have this guy fucking interacting with me. I know other people that have been blocked by Hulk Hogan too. He's very block sensitive. Speaking about block sensitive, 1 second here. Band, where'd your wrench go, Band? Are you still here? I don't know why you don't have a wrench. That's kind of weird. Does anybody know how to donate on buying a coffee? Do I have to add my email? No, Band. If you're still here, I want to know why, number one, why you don't have a wrench. I'll fix that. Unless this is a fake band, which I don't think it is, but that's kind of weird. Is this a different account that you're using? But I don't think you have to put in anything to buy a coffee. I think you just have to fork over some money, and you have the option to put in a name. And Jameson said I didn't get that option. Okay. I'm going to check that out because I don't like any people not being able to fucking show their name. That doesn't make sense because people have in the past. Former super chatters have been able to do the dealio. I'll figure it out later. But I'm going to talk to you, Jameson, later about the Skype call, because I definitely want to do that. But Band, if you're still here, let me know why the fuck you don't have a wrench. I'll fix that if not. Band is an OG, and he initially wanted a wrench. Nobody listens to this show. How many people do I have fucking in here? 9 people. YouTube took your channel down? Oh shit. Let me fix this. Give me a second, Band, and I'll give you your wrench back. What did you do? I'm not gonna make it a habit of talking to people in the chat room, but I am interested in when it comes to add as moderator, standard moderator. No, all right, you should have a wrench now. But what did you do to get your fucking channel banned? I am curious about that. That's kind of a red flag when it comes to being a moderator for me. But we'll figure it out. Let's move on with the show. I'll talk to you guys later. Again, it's hard for me to read the chat and do I'm from the radio days. Like, the only reason Hulk Hogan ever heard my voice is because I did radio back in the day. And in radio, people call in on a phone line, an actual phone line, and go, "Hey, this is Chad from fucking Clearwater. Just saying, I love the show, and I have this story about," and it was usually terrible, so I hated taking calls. And you didn't get any money for calls. But that's how people interacted with FM radio, which is a dying fucking medium. I don't listen to any FM radio anymore. I don't know if you guys do. I know we do have baby boomer listeners here and there, but the new iteration, the new era is super chats. If you want to interact with the program, you just throw the host a few buccarinis, and I'll definitely read your shit. Let me make sure I didn't get any new ones in. I don't believe so. All right, we're gonna move on. Do you guys know that? Holy shit! This blew my mind. Will Smith had a bet. Everybody has all the people of Will Smith's ilk have like entourages, like homies that, Will Smith's a millionaire. And so if you're a multi-millionaire, you could afford to make your best friend, you could like give him a job as your assistant or whatever, all that fuck shit. All these people have that. I don't know what Will Smith has done lately, but this is what Will Smith's homie of 40 years has to say about him lately.
Instagram. You see the hundreds of celebrities that I've done business with, done things with. And during the latter years of our relationship, Will was not my friend. I was his friend. I was around before they had Trey. Jada was the woman that everybody wanted. And Will needed that validation to have that type of woman.
You saw her say that Will Smith had a small dick?
Oh, I am saying to you, if a woman is used to something the size of a baby leg, and you come in with a pinky toe, there's nothing you can do to please her. You can buy her 80 cars, you can get her 80 private jets. If she's itching for that baby leg, she want that baby leg. You can beat a person so
give me that baby leg
much that they fall into submission.
And who needs enemies when they got friends like you?
Well, I could tell you what goes on the inside. Everybody else is just speculation.
Somebody told me I made my pictures in the book. Your pictures in the book and your name is in the book. So I'm just like, you're doing some real elegant pimp. I'm blowing you up. I love that. I'm blowing you up.
Dude, this is what Jada makes the new people do. And I ain't gonna say new. They probably been there after myself, right? They will make you check into a rehab, and they'll pay for the rehab.
So he's saying some pretty wild shit so far. Do you guys... My bullshit meter, my bullshitometer is pretty good. I don't feel like this guy is lying with what he said so far. It's kind of... It's not throwing up any red flags as if he's lying. Let's continue. But what I'm getting at...
Even though you're not on drugs, they're going to pay for the rehab. And you have to go if you want to work with them. And then I saw sexual acts that I walked in on.
Uh-oh. Sexual acts. This is the fucking meat and taters.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Dwayne Martin.
I don't know who Dwayne Martin is. I'm gonna Google that while you guys listen to this.
Okay.
Hollywood is the hurry up and wait game. So 3 minutes later, after them telling me, "Hey, you got eyes on Will. We need him to come watch this." So I'm running all over the studio. He's not in his dressing room. I go to the cafeteria. I'm like, but I see his car there. I'm like, where's this guy at? So now I'm holding Dwayne down too. So I have the keys to his dressing room. So I'm like, yo, and they're calling I'm on walkie-talkie and they're calling my cell phone. Yo, we need to get Will here. I'm like, yo, kind of fuck down. Like, I'm trying to find this. Like, this is unlike him, right? So, all right, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will.
Uh-oh. Having what?
I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
Oh, Lord.
There was a couch, and Will was bent.
He had one of these things that's supposed to erase your memory, like from Men in Black, and he shoved it up Will Smith's ass and hit the button, and it went, toof, and Will's eyes got all big like. And a light came out his mouth when he opened his mouth, and for a second it kind of hit my left eye, and I almost forgot about Will Smith getting butt fucked, but my right eye was shut, and I halfway remembered him getting fucked in the ass with one of them wands from Men in Black.
We were on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him. There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him.
Murder.
Murder. There was murder in there.
Murder in that butthole. Her world is shot. Fuck. Twitter videos suck so bad.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing
murder,
killing
that nigga. He was fucking making his pooper hole ridiculous. He gave him from a $silver pancake butthole to a fucking Denny's early bird special butthole. That nigga was fucking killing him, murdering his butt, murdering his duke hole.
Murder. There was murder in there.
Murder in that butt. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Oh, God. So, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Will Smith is a fucking Who knew? Who knew? I think everybody kind of knew. What's going on in Africa? Africa, you know, these people built the pyramids. They are the real Jews, and they built America as well. Let's see how this bridge that they built works. Ribbon cut. Oh, no! That's not how a ribbon cutting ceremony for a bridge is supposed to go. There is something wrong. We were supposed to build a bridge and film and put it on the Facebook, but the bridge fell down. Why did you make it out of half-inch PVC pipe? You should have made it out of fucking 3/4 inch thick wall PVC pipe. This is your fault. We was kings. We was most certainly kings. What's going on with this little guy? This little duder. Let me see. Is this it? No, that won't work. What about... I'll try this one. Yeah, that'll work. Let's see. Oh, this is a cute little feller. What happened to him? Why is he in handcuffs? I've never seen a little feller that fucking small in handcuffs. Weird. Oh no. That looks like my son a long time ago. My son is bigger than that now. What could have this guy have done? You know it had to be awful. What is he doing while he's getting dragged away?
This is fucking bullshit. You can't fucking... I just told that bitch that you had too many drinks, and I told her to calm down, and I gave her a little shove. And she's the one that hit me first. I didn't hit her first, she fucking hit me first. This is some fucking bullshit. I'm just minding my own business. I'm just minding my own fucking business. And this fucking black guy comes up to me, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. I don't use the N-word all the time, but he looked at me in the face, he's like, what you doing? And I shoved him back. And I'm like, I don't mean any trouble by it. I don't mean any trouble by it. I'm just trying to mind my own business. And he just kept getting in my face. He's like, you little punk ass. I don't give a fuck if you're a midget. And like, midget is like the N-word for us. You can't say midget. That's like saying I never called you a why are you gonna call me the N-word? I never called you the N-word, which is that's bad.
No, I thought that was adorable. This this poor young man getting dragged off to prison. He must have really done something wrong. Don't you just let them go? You know, don't you just fucking... You could go. I'm saying, wow, how bad could it have been to fucking, dragged him off to the clink? Let's see what we have here. There's no audio in this, so I should probably come up with a music bed. I don't know what would be appropriate for this. Let me see here. Maybe this will work. This is probably going to be
the Trenton cousins are big on
it's
holiday
gonna be,
traditions. Like they're...
Yeah, I'm just trying to make this clip a little bit funnier. But let's see how this works. Maybe this will work. Okay, so this is just a homie walking down the street, and he sees a lady planting flowers. Shit, I don't know if this is copyright protected. Never mind. I'm bailing on that. And I think I fucking missed it too. All right, dude walking down the street, for you audio people only. He's a young urban gentleman. This looks kind of reminiscent of Chicago. And he comes across a lady planting flowers in one of those little tree planters that are in the sidewalk easement. And for no reason whatsoever, he decides to go doink! 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 Football kick to the face to the Caucasian lady planting flowers. Oh, this is what you get when you get one of those people that Alex Jones was shooting fireballs at in the video games. They appoint liberal district attorneys that will not prosecute people like this for kicking flower planters in the face, who kick them right in the face just because, I don't know, they have God-shaped holes in their hearts. Oh shit, I didn't know that was there. My bad. Let me move the logo. Oh, so one more time so you could see. Boink. Yeah, awful. Absolutely awful. I don't know why anybody would do that, but there's that young gentleman there. Just something, I don't know, something about him. I've been beginning to notice patterns when it comes to, these urban areas and these urban youths. Just something about these district attorneys just absolutely cutting loose and letting them fly for kicking, people in the face when they're planting flowers. Yeah, that's what we got. Let's see. We'll go to the Twitter share. Jessica Alba has always been, in my opinion, from when I was a young man, one of the most beautiful women imaginable. She is right up my alley. Another thing that's been shoved up my Twitter alley, by the way, this is the Ryan Harkness Show. Oops. At Ryan Harkness _ on Twitter, or X as the kids are calling it. Let me know what you think about this situation. And of course, you could send a super chat to buymeacoffee.com/Harkness Show. I will read your comments on air. But I have to say that, man, I had something special for old Jessica Alba. I don't have something special for the Twitter algorithm. The Twitter algorithm, let me push that chair out of here. I can see it next to the green screen. It's pissing me off. All right. There, it's mostly gone. There's a little chunk right there, but that ain't going to bother me as much. The Twitter algorithm is fucking... Twitter is... I got to say this. It's way better than it was before. I quit Twitter for a while because it was dog shit. I just saw people that I liked saying shit that I like, and they got fucking popped for like basic ass shit. And I stopped using it. Straight up stopped using it, never even looked at it, didn't just not post, but didn't even fucking glance at it. And now that Elon is taking over, yeah, it's a lot more fun. It's fucking a lot more fun. You could say shit that you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, could not say before. Yeah, there's some, the spurgier people would be like, I can't fucking say nigger and f*** it. I can't look somebody in the eye and say, you're a fucking butt fucking nigger, f*** it. Like, do you have to do that? Do you have to drop N's and F's all the time? Yeah, if you do that enough, I mean, you go on some of those other, like Poll or something, and say nigger and faggot all the time. But Twitter, you probably can't really get away with that, but you can get away with it. That being said, when it comes to like salient points, like I'm not saying this because you can't say this on YouTube. You can't say like the vaccine doesn't work and it kills people. I'm not saying that. That would be against YouTube's terms of service. But some people say that, like on bad platforms like Twitter. I believe the vaccine is safe and effective, and everybody should get it. You should get it like injected into your dick vein, like 10 times. You should get boosted in your dick and butthole all the time, But you could say that kind of stuff on Twitter. You could say true things on Twitter, and that's a great thing about what Elon Musk has brought to the platform. Even though he stepped in shit here and there, there's been some paradoxes, there's been some, the whole yay thing and the recent thing, like he almost got cool and then he pulled it back, and you know what I'm getting at. If you know, you know. But that being said, even though Twitter is way better than it was before, there's something weird that I noticed that I came back to Twitter. And I came back to Twitter only exclusively after Elon Musk took it over. I was like, I gotta fucking get back into this. I gotta see what this is all about. Immediately, other than all the newfound fun, one thing that I noticed about the Twitter algorithm is that they just I didn't notice the follow your following thing on this side, and then the just shove shit up your ass tab on this side that you default go to. So I just jumped back in the Twitter with the default shove shit up your ass thing, and I continue to kind of use it because it works. But they appeal to your worst tendencies on that algorithm. And one of the people that I keep getting shoved up my Twitter asshole is H. Pearl Davis, also known as Pearly Things. Now, from what I could tell, she just tries to say, she tries to appeal to like pissed off right-wing dudes that hate women. as far as I can tell, that she might, I'm not a consumer of her content. She might say fine things every now and then. In fact, I think I have seen like some shorts where she said some pretty based and real shit. But now I'm getting stuff like this where she says a 26-year-old 6 will always be hotter than a 42-year-old 9. I don't make the rules. Now, I don't know if she's being tongue-in-cheek about this, but this is an interview with, I don't know who this annoying bitch is, but she is interviewing the beautiful, the immaculate, the angelic Jessica Alba. And if you're going to tell me this dumb bitch, a 26-year-old 6, is hotter than 42-year-old 9.9 Jessica Alba, suck my fucking dick.
You didn't go through an awkward stage either. I did. No, you didn't. No, I really did. Don't lie. It wasn't a normal person's awkward stage. I really did. If I showed you pictures of me when I'm saying awkward, you would be like, you would look at me differently.
No, it's weird
look
that
at this.
I started using a
She's an angel. That's kind of a funky still frame. She's an angel. She was my fucking she was my dream girl when I was, I don't know, 15, 16. I thought she was the hottest fucking bitch ever. And like that's what I went after. Like little Hispanic these, like that kind of like molded my sexual predation. But she was fucking it for me. She's 42-year-old now, just a handful of years older than me. I don't know if Pearly Things is trolling with this shit, but on what planet? She might be. I might be missing the fucking point. I might be being a boomer, but on what planet is Jessica Alba, a 9, not fucking light years above this 26-year-old fucking 4.5?
Using a curling iron and Aquanet hairspray at age like 5, and no wonder I had so much acne.
She's a mom of like several
wild sprays and lacquers and everything. But yeah, I was doing too much, too young.
I was doing that too.
Look at this troll. Look at this fucking ghoul. This stinky, I bet under her tits stink. I bet she has stink tit. I bet, look at that fucking, ugh. There's something about this ghoul that probably because Pearl H. Davis sat her side by side and compare. I was just watching this interview without you, Pearly Things, comparing them sexually to each other, I would have nothing to say about this person. I wouldn't even notice her. But now that you've compared her to Jessica Alba, I want to set her on fire and let her burn without putting her out with my urine.
Used to make fun of me
awful.
For putting like green.
Her voice is now awful. Her demeanor, everything about her is disgusting compared to the angel she's about to hand the mic over to.
And I was like, she's so rude. And now I look back and I'm like, why didn't she?
And who is this bitch? let me know in the chat. I'll read the chat in a second here. Who is this fucking
Take that away from me.
other bitch
Why
that's
would she
getting
do
shoved
that?
into my
I definitely do
algorithm?
the colored eyeshadow phase
The
too.
blues and yeah.
Well, I went to raves.
You did?
I did.
Is that public information? I didn't think
Nobody
so.
knows who this whore is.
You went to raves?
I went to raves, but I didn't do drugs.
I believe that. You look like someone who hasn't done drugs.
Yeah, I was like a.
Ugh.
You look like someone who told your friend.
You look like somebody who hasn't done drugs.
Right.
You look like somebody who fucking makes me want to do drugs.
Stop doing drugs.
I would just say you're definitely gonna die.
That's like annoying to hear when you want to do drugs.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna have a bad trip.
Yeah, that happened.
Ugh. Ugh. Everything about that bitch compared to Jessica Alba makes me want to fucking vomit. Especially, and Pearly Things makes me want to vomit as well, since she's the one who posed the comparison. And I think she's probably trolling, and I'm just not getting the gag. But I want to transport you guys back to, I guess this would be, 1999? I don't know. To a little film called Into the Blue. Into the Blue, featuring Jessica Alba, and I don't remember who the male star was. It might be Zac Efron or something. But a lot of sexy beach underwater swimming material. Let me show you the butt of butts. Nice 90s shit. Oh, this is... I probably could have gotten off to one of these scenes. That butt. That fucking cake of cakey cakes. Oh, he lets her grab it. Or she lets him grab it in this. And she's like, stop. Look at that thing. Stop. I remember that scene like fucking... Oh my god. Stop! Don't grab my perfect ass! Stop! Oh. Good for you, bud. Yeah, she was my gal. She was the one for me. So fuck you, Pearly Things. I don't know if you're trolling or whatever, but I don't like that shit. I don't think it's funny. Don't mess with my lady. All right, I need some help on this one. I don't know if this is real or not. I honestly think that this is fake as fuck. It's got to be fucking fake. Let me see if this is the right deal. Don't. Yeah, that'll work. This is a document. You know what? I'm going to make a cursory search of this fucking thing. That's not going to work. Maybe I could go on Twitter. But this is something that came up. I'm almost positive that this is fake. It has to be fake, you know. And I want to preface this because I don't want to spread fake bullshit news. People, P-E... Opioid are the enemy. This can't be real. It really can't be real. But I haven't seen community notes about it being fake. But we're going to read. I'm going to preface this by saying I'm pretty sure that this is bullshit. But if this is a real, you know, because anybody can just take a Department of Homeland Security fucking symbol and then write something like this up. And it kind of sounds like what's going on now. Let me see if I could get a better dealio for you guys. Doink. All right. I got to get close to the screen because my eyes suck dick. But it says, the people are the enemy. The DHS, Department of Homeland Security, Office of Intelligence and Analysis, Right-Wing Extremism Report, March 09, with supplementary domestic extremism. Lexicon, April 9th, classifies individuals as extremists if they identify or identified with one or more of the following criteria, among many others, which is described as violent. First selection, military veterans, in bold, who have fought in foreign wars and are disgruntled about the takeover of the U.S. See Operation Vigilant Eagle. I don't know what that is. Next bullet point, anti-war individual groups. No description in there, just, I guess if you're anti-war, you're the enemy. Tax-resistant movement. Groups or individuals who vehemently believe taxes violate their constitutional rights and that the 18th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which allowed Congress to levy taxes on income, was not properly ratified. Also, tax protest movement, tax freedom movement, anti-tax movement. Next bullet point, militia. By the way, the word militia is explicitly in our Constitution in the Second Amendment. Militia, members opposed most federal and state laws and regulations and authority, particularly firearm laws and regulations. Next bullet point, alternative media. You can probably imagine what that is. InfoWars, this show, anything other than CNN, which provides interpretations of events and issues that differ radically from those presented in, I think that's it. This is a little fuzzy, as if it's, here's another thing. This document looks like it's when you take a phone scan of a printed out document. I don't know if that was done on purpose to make this look real when it's fake, or I don't know. I have to think that this is fake. I think that it's fake because it's telling the truth, too on the nose. Next bullet point, opponents of open border policies, defined as highly critical of U.S. government response to illegal immigration and who oppose government programs that are designed to extend rights to illegal aliens, such as issuing driver's licenses or national identification cards and providing in-state tuition, medical benefits, or public education. Next bullet point, single issue, groups or individuals who focus on a single issue or cause, such as animal rights, environmental, or anti-abortion. Now, this is another thing that makes me think this might be real, that they threw in the animal rights thing in there. Because we've seen that when it comes to being a Fed, animal rights people can kind of cause you some problems and be thrown definitely within this group along with right-wing extremists. Environmental or anti-abortion groups are in there too. You know, anybody who feel passionately about not killing babies or animals, they are terrorists. Group members may be associated with more than one issue. Also, special interest extremist. And the last bullet point is patriot movement, a term used by right-wing extremists to link their beliefs to the commonly associated with the American Revolution. Also, Christian patriots, also patriot groups, and constitutionalists. So that's the groups of terrorists that are supposedly being defined, domestic terrorists defined by the Department of Homeland Security. And again, I don't think this is true for a multitude of reasons, but I don't know. It goes on to say the DHS has established dozens of fusion centers in cities and states across the country to monitor domestic activity. Local, state, and federal agents from DHS, CIA, and DOJ phone information concerning the activities of citizens. Activities monitored by fusion centers overlap with those in the DHS report lexicon above and further include the following, which land vary state by state. And these bullet points are frequent references to the Constitution, support of third-party candidates. See, this is why I don't think this is true. It's too fucking on the nose. Support for an audit of the Federal Reserve, opposition to carbon tax to be paid to a World Bank, opposition to U.S. submission to the United Nations or the World Health Organization, FBI Interguard program, in addition to collecting data. So, like, this is so definitive of what they do that I don't think that this is a real document. If any of you know anything about that being authenticated or not, I would love to know. But do I believe that they hold this the spirit of that law in current American Department of Homeland Security and Justice? Absolutely. Is it documented on a piece of paper like that, and did it leak? I don't think so. I think a clever little so-and-so might have made that up. But just, who knows? You know, who knows these days? It's not like, I mean, like I said, Alex Jones got sued for $1 trillion, and Owen Schroyer is in jail, and lots of January 6 people who thought that that chart where the Democrat vote went doo-doo-doo, and at 3 a.m. went boop, and then right above the Republican vote, people who thought that was bullshit, like me and most other people, got thrown in prison for expressing that sentiment. So, you know, who knows? I honestly think that document is fake. Please send me a tweet or a DM if you can at Ryan Harkness _ and let me know what you know about that, if you know anything about that. But my gut tells me it's not real, and it's just wishful thinking on my part that what should be a valid document of the U.S. government is made up by some prankster, possibly like me. Again, you can super chat by going to buymeacoffee.com/Harkness Show. Let me see if any of those came in just to make sure. No, I don't think so. Just the last two from Jameson and whoever else that was. Which again, I can't figure it out without reading the chat, which I'll do when I have at the end of the show, basically. But yeah, put your name in. I know I've donated to people on Buy Me a Coffee, and it even says here. Let me show you. Let me go to buymeacoffee.com. All right, buy me a coffee. Let's see. Whose page can I go into? Let me go to a show that I like. Let's see if no, they don't even have it anymore, so I can't check. I don't know. Oh, here's one that I know. Nightwave Radio. The Nightwave Radio is a great program. You guys should check that out. Good old Mersh. He does a good show. It's banned off of YouTube, but now they have it on he's on Rumble and shit like that. Let me see. If we go to the screen share, All right, not that. Let's go to a better one. To TMZ share. Okay, so this is his deal right here, and over here it says buy Nightwave Radio a coffee, and you could get, I think it goes in increments of $5. You got 1, 3, 5, or you could even put in whatever you want to do. And then right here, I don't know if you guys could see that, right above the purple button there, it says name or at your Twitter, optional. So that's where you put in your fucking shit right there. That's where you put in your name, and then under that you say your thing, and then you make your donation there. So I don't know what happened to Jameson and whoever else gave me $25. I'd love to fucking high five you. Give me another 5 with your name, and I'll figure it out. If I had a producer, somebody could read that chat, and I could figure it out then. But it seems to be on there to where you could put your name in there. All right, let me see what we got next, and I promise you, I'll read the chat. It's hard to run a show and fucking read the messages that I don't get money for. You know, it's hard to do that. So the DHS thing, I think is fucking fake. But what's not fake is the fucking bodying that good old Dave Smith gave to Lady Laura Loomer the other day when it comes to this gay-ass Israel-Palestine conflict. Let's check that out, and I'll give my commentary after I read some chats. These are not people. So to set this up, if you don't know who Laura Loomer is, she is a Jewish woman who had way too much plastic surgery, who is riding Trump's dick, trying to, ride his coattails. He could do no wrong. And Israel is right no matter what. On the other side, we have libertarian Dave Smith. You might know him from Legion of Skanks podcast, and he also does his other show, Part of the Problem with Dave Smith. He comes from a more centrist, maybe right-leaning, libertarian view on all this. Let's hear what they have to say while I read the chats. But I think Dave fucking bodied her. Doop.
People trapped in some open air prison, okay? These are people who elected an Islamic terrorist organization to represent them. There are active polling measures taking place this week by Palestinian media, these are Muslim organizations that are conducting polls that show that over 58% of the Palestinian population would elect Ismail Haniyeh, the leader of Hamas, even after watching all the havoc that Hamas has brought, right? And I'm not saying that there aren't innocent people. There are innocent people. But at what point in time do the Palestinian people, right, if they want to claim to be innocent civilians, at what point do they have a responsibility to restore or kind of get rid of the status quo? Because don't people in all societies have a responsibility to challenge or overthrow governments if their governments are not serving the people?
That is such a great question. So let me just say this, okay? The United States of America in the last 20 years, okay, between the war in Afghanistan, the war in Iraq, which I think we can all probably agree were like just ridiculous.
Notice how he said, great question. I'm going to get to you, Ban, in a second. I just read your shit. But she set him up perfectly. Notice how he's like, oh, great question. Her question was, if the people of Palestine can see that the people that they have elected keep marching towards this murderous path, can't we demonize all of them for not having overthrown them by now? Dave Smith's retort is brilliant.
In the last 20 years.
Responsibility to restore or kind of get rid of the status quo. Because don't people in all societies...
Where is the responsibility on the people of Palestine to get rid of that that status quo Hamas that have been so murderous.
Societies have a responsibility to
That's a
challenge
great
or
question.
overthrow governments.
He knows. Dave Smith is a much smarter Jew than Laura Loomer. And he's about to put his very circumcised penis up her rhetorical ass.
Governments are not serving the people?
That is such a great question. So let me just say this, okay? The United States of America in the last 20 years, okay?
I got your
the war
coffee,
in
man.
Afghanistan, the
That
war
just
in
came
Iraq,
up.
which I think we can all probably agree were like just ridiculous catastrophes that we never should have fought. Let's also add in there the war, Obama's, which I'm sure you'll agree with me about, Obama overthrowing Gaddafi in Libya and leading to the migrant crisis into Europe was an absolute disaster. Let's also throw in there the attempt, right. So
And
let's
bringing in all the refugees to attack Americans,
Hold on,
yes.
let me just finish my point. Let's also add in there the attempted regime change war in Syria, which we started that led to 500,000 people
So
dying.
after Laura pointed out, why didn't Hamas just kick out this horrible government that they elected? Why didn't they just overthrow them after they were so murderous? Dave is about to make the point as it relates
Let's also
to
throw
us.
in there the war in Yemen, which we backed the Saudis fighting.
Don't
which
forget
had
the Arab Spring.
Something else like 500,000 somewhere in that ballpark also died. When you add up all of the numbers, you're talking about millions and millions of dead innocent people.
By the way, we are the American government. You don't even have to throw the Israeli government in there at this point. The American government is way above Hitlerian numbers when it comes to just our collateral damage at this point. Way above.
What responsibility do you have? What responsibility do I have? What responsibility do you have? Are we fair targets now to be murdered because we haven't overthrown the status quo, as you just said? Why is it that we as Americans get to hold these standards against other nations, which we would never dream of imposing on ourselves? The question is always asked, what's Israel supposed to do? Don't they have a right to defend themselves? Do all of these countries that we've slaughtered innocent people in, do they have a right to defend themselves? Do they have a right to come over here and kill innocent civilians? I would say no. They don't have a right to come kill innocent civilians. You have political grievances with the government class, but it does not follow, as Osama bin Laden or Bill Clinton or Barack Obama or George W. Bush would argue, that it then follows that we can inflict this collective punishment against people. If we're going to be the better ones, if we're going to say you're the Islamists, but we're the civilized people, if we're going to represent the best tradition of Western civilization, then the point would be that we don't believe in any of that. We don't believe that you can target innocent men, women, and children. That's what separates us from the savages.
Yep, exactly. He makes the point that, if it comes to somebody electing a murderous government, let's look at all the people that the United States has murdered as a result of all our proxy wars, all our bullshit wars. None of that shit we know now has benefited the United States, the people of the United States at all. And millions of people at this point have fucking died as a result of it. I got some coffees. I'm going to read them. Again, someone said, and I think I know who this someone is, I'm a dumbass. I didn't see this. Great show. Looking forward to coming on via Skype or whatever. I think this is Jameson. Jameson, you didn't put your name in again. Jameson, who is, I keep forgetting how to say your name in chat. Jameson's name in chat currently is Dunitol. You didn't fucking do it again. You didn't do it again, and you came as someone. I don't know. I'm gonna have to send some super chats to myself to make sure that this is an easy process. It seems like an easy one to me. But yeah, I'm gonna have Jameson, aka Dunitol, in the chat on the show. This is obviously you don't mind saying it, but this is, to my knowledge, my first transgendered listener, and hopefully it will be a long-time listener after tonight. they expressed to me, and I explained this in the opening segment, how they liked the Which Men Can Be Women parody, and apparently Jameson Donatal shared it with all her friends, and they liked it as well. I thought, God damn, like, what are you Canadians like? Are you different than our trans people? Like, how do you take jokes so well compared to ours? Because I don't know any of our our people of your demographic that would and you see how I have to like walk on eggshells to even fucking refer to. I don't like that. I like, after I get to know Jameson, like, I will be comfortable with them to where I don't have to like feel like I'm gonna hurt their feelings or whatever. And that's, the dynamic in the United States, and probably in Canada too, is to where like trans people are so othered that like you can't fucking shoot the shit around them, you can't fucking say jokes around them, and that's like not the way that people want to be treated. I wouldn't want to be treated like that. So it's a weird dynamic that we've set up for our trans people in the United States. It's just like, you have to be so fucking careful around them. And Jameson showed me that you don't have to do that, and I think that's great. And we're going to talk to Jameson next week via Skype. I'm going to set up an interview, and the first ever trans listener of the Ryan Harkness Show will be featured next week. I'll set that up with you, buddy. Best live stream. Keep it coming. Thank you, Angie, for that. Much appreciated. And okay, here's another. You don't have to keep donating, but I'll take your money again, Jameson. You've donated plenty. Donatal Lambastard Isambard Jameson. I go by Dunny. I'm gonna call you Dunny, goddammit. Use whatever pronouns you like. And you look, I'm gonna look in the chat, Dunny. You don't have to donate anymore to communicate with me. You've donated plenty tonight. I want to know what you want to go by, and I'll don't just tell me you're being too cool now. You're being fucking you've donated like 3-4 times, and you shared my song with all your friends. And you're like, call me whatever you want. I don't want to call you whatever you want. I want to call you what you want to go. And we're gonna work out. Don't need to work out like if you're male to female tonight. We're gonna work all that out when I message you tonight, and we figure out our interview next week, because I think it's gonna be extremely interesting. And I just thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you, band, for buying a coffee. I got your shit. I don't see your message in there, but yeah, appreciated, band, for buying a coffee. All right. Did I give you your wrench back, by the way, band? Let me see here. I hate to be so. See, this is what I tried to avoid in radio, but you had to do it. Yeah, you got your wrench back, band. Just making sure. All right. So, Dunny, I'll hook up with you tonight, and don't tell me what you are. And you better not be fucking, maybe you're fucking with me too. Maybe you're not trans, and this is a big ruse, but I have a feeling you're telling the truth. I do have a feeling you're telling the truth. And I think you've garnered the sentiment now that I'm not going to shit all over you. It's not going to be like that. We're going to make friends. I promise you. I'm going to poke fun at you in some way or another, like I will at anybody that listens to me. There's people that have been in this chat room since day one, like Band and Angie. Don't think I won't shit on both of you either, as good as you've been to me. Nobody's safe, but that's what I liked about Dunny, is because he didn't, he's got a sense of humor, which is awesome. All right, moving on. Thanks for the donos. Thank you, Band. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, Dunny. Let's see. Let me refresh that one more time to make sure no more came in. I don't want to miss any. I don't think so. No, Dunny was the last one. All right. Let's move on. Hey, guys, a lot of shit's going on in the Middle East. We don't want to, we got to get prepared for that. That means soldiers. That means making sure we got our fucking shit together. Hey, how's it going as far as recruitment is going in the Army? Oh, remember when the Army kicked people out because they didn't want to get the burp. Yeah, it looks like their numbers aren't doing so well as far as recruitment is going amidst this new conflict and the fact that, more is definitely coming, and they kicked everybody out that didn't want to do that if they were just lower level grunts and shit. Seems the U.S. Army is having a hard time recruiting, and now it's asking soldiers dismissed for refusing the COVID-19 vaccines to come back. Oh, isn't that fucking crazy? The U.S. Army is having such a difficult time recruiting that it's sending soldiers who were kicked out for refusing to get vaccinated against COVID-19 instructions on how to rejoin. Ooh, instructions. Thank you for this little instruction manual. I'm not going to read the rest of this. You get the fucking point. They are desperate. They have a meat grinder that they need to fill with meat. And since they fucked people in the ass over this dumbass COVID retardation, nobody wants to join the military anymore. It's not just because of that. It's because of, 9/11, the Iraq War, Afghanistan, the bullshit conflicts that we've had since then that have been like hush-hush in Yemen and Syria, all that great stuff. Nobody's really enthusiastic to... how would you say, serve their country, because none of these conflicts have served our country in any way whatsoever for decades and decades. And now nobody wants to join. I remember being in high school, there would always be, an Army recruiter with a little table, or even a Navy or an Air Force recruiter, and he'd come and give you like little swag. He'd give you a hat and stuff if you signed up, and you could get a nice loan on a gently used Dodge Charger, not like an SRT or anything, but one of the shitty V6 ones. And your wife or girlfriend would cheat on you and fucking while you were in Afghanistan. Doesn't that sound like fun? Guess what? That happened so much, nobody wants to fucking do it anymore. This is this is like the kind of shit that they would hang up in my high school, but this is the newest iteration of that. Let me see. It says, COVID vaccine not required in bold. Up to a $50,000 enlistment bonus. We're not gonna just tell you that you're getting that fit. It could be $2,000. It could be nothing, but up to a $50,000 enlistment bonus. Full or part-time opportunities. Come in whenever you want. That's how the military goes. You show up when you want. Whatever. Guaranteed payment entitlements starting at $1,900 to $2,200 per month. Whoa. Holy shit, you could like buy groceries with that. Oh, you could get guaranteed paid $2,200 a month. Holy shit. Cha-ching, cha-ching. I would love to get my legs blown off for Israel for fucking $2,260 a month. That sounds like a fucking badass deal. Oh, even if you go to college and get a degree and become an officer, you could get $3,600 a month. Oh, that's fucking great. We'll give you $70,000 towards a $150,000 college education. You'll have to get a student loan for the rest of it, but like it'll be a lot cheaper since your GI Bill will pay for $70,000 of it. $4,000 in tuition assistance. Whoa, you could get like all your books and maybe I don't know, a month's rent with that. A guaranteed job of your choice. Bullshit. No open contracts. Bullshit. That's a lie. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 year enlistment options. 2-year enlistment options? 2 and 3 year enlistment options? It's since I know a little bit about the armed forces, you are enlisted for 6 years. If anybody was like, yeah, I was in for 2 years, and then what did you do? What the fuck did you do? Did you get kicked out? Did you get dishonorable? What the fuck did you do to get out in 2 years? Now they're just offering 2-year enlistments. 100% college tuition. Whoa, you guys, you could get a fucking psychology degree and not get a job in an economy that's fucking dog shit right now. Doesn't that sound like fun? You could travel the world. You could go to Egypt or Israel or, Syria. You could go to Yemen. You could travel the world. That sounds like fun. Army training courses count toward your college degree. Holy shit, you could learn how to weld, military police, medical and flight. Guys, why would you not want to do this? This sounds so badass. It sounds so delicious. I don't know why they are fucking having so much trouble. You know what? They have a new recruitment, what would you say, video out. We're going to go ahead and watch that. And then after we watch this one looks, I haven't watched it yet. I just skimmed through it, but this one looks legit. After that, we're going to watch the fucking, the old one that they were trying. Before they had this poster out that said, we'll fucking give you the world and suck your dick. They were trying a different ad than this one. Let's watch their new ad, see if it's decent.
Stand up!
See, student! Couldn't pass algebra 1. All that you can be. All right, so a guy jumping out of Chinook and like giggling. That's kind of gay. But as gay as, stop it. As gay as that was nowhere near as gay as everybody knows. That funky poster with the extra little incentives to join the armed forces. What were they trying to get people to join before? Let's just reach back not too long ago. The date is 2 years ago. Just 2 years ago. This is only 2 years old. Let's see what they were trying to do before.
Oh, you can be a chonga, or you could be a fucking negro. That's right, you could be a fucking and you could be a Puerto Rican. That's what the army is now.
No white people except a cartoon. Hold on to your socks, guys. I don't know if you remember this, but when we get into a conflict with Russia, China, Iran, basically the rest of the world that hates us now, this is going to protect you.
This is the story of a soldier who operates your nation's Patriot missile defense systems. It begins in California, with a little girl raised by two moms.
What? What? Okay. Did she just make her smell her finger? Look at this.
Raised by two moms.
Smell my finger. If this is audio only, these two fucking bull dicks are making their adopted daughter sniff pussy juice off of her finger to be free. Just kidding.
Although I had a fairly typical childhood, took ballet, played violin, I also marched for equality. I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age. When I was 6 years old, one of my moms had an accident that left her paralyzed.
Band, I hear you.
Doctor
I'll
said
play
she
it
might
before we
never
go.
walk again. But she tapped into my family's pride to get back on her feet, eventually standing at the altar to marry my other mom. With such powerful role models, I finished high school at the top of my class, and then attended UC Davis, where I joined a sorority full of other
Oh my god! You have to be so long-winded. God damn. Can you imagine an army full of white women?
And then I thought I wanted to fucking blah 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 blah.
God. Jesus Christ. Ugh.
strong women. But as graduation approached, I began feeling
Dude,
like
what commercial is 2 minutes 20 seconds other than this fucking bull army commercial? This is retarded. My mom and mom were a couple of sandwich coos eating, softball playing, fucking grody dicks. And I decided to join the army. Here's a cartoon about it.
handed so much in life, a sorority girl stereotype. Sure, I'd spent my life around inspiring women, but what had I really achieved on my own? One of my sorority sisters was studying abroad in Italy. Another was climbing Mount Everest. I needed my own adventures, my own challenge. And after meeting with an army recruiter, I found it. A way to prove my inner strength and maybe shatter some stereotypes along the way.
Oh, this is retarded.
I'm U.S. Army Corporal Emma Malone Lord, and I answer.
I'm a soldier. I'm an army girl, and I'm gonna kill the bad guy.
My calling.
Oh no! I strike fear in the hearts of the enemy. I'm Corporal Namina, white woman.
I'm U.S. Army Corporal Emma Malone Lord, and I answered my calling.
Hello, Akbar! Run away! Run away! Oh my god. Fucking, yeah. No wonder they're having such tough time recruiting. You want to fucking join that army? Be an army of one. The one retard that wants to join this shit. Alright, we're about to wrap it up. Band, I got your link. I'm gonna check this out. You gave me a copyright warning like What is that above? All right, I'm going to check this out. I could usually sniff out whether or not this is going to get me popped. I mean, you did just get fucking popped from what he told me. But we're going to give this a shot live against my better judgment. This comes from our great mod, Band Garcia. He has, to his credit, he has never posted a bad link in this chat room. Not one. If you post a stinker, Band, I'm going to let you know. It doesn't matter. You could donate all you want. I'm going to give you my objective opinion about your shit, and I can't play it if it can't be played. But we're gonna check this out after this fucking dog shit ad. You gave me Steve-O calls out Bert Kreischer. I don't know, man. All right, is this the right thing? Steve-O calls out Bert Kreischer. That doesn't seem like what it is. Hold on. Let me catch up. All right, Ben. I'm gonna play it. Let me just make sure that this is it again. No, that's not it. This big mic thing is different. I must have fucked something up. Hold on. Doink, doink. Okay. All right. We're gonna give this a shot. Just letting you know, this is feeling a little bit cringe, Band. This is feeling a little bit cringe. I know, I had the wrong one. I don't know why that happened. But we'll check this out. I get it. Michelle Obama has a penis. I'll look out for I'll make the judgment on the copyright warning. We'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and play it. Don't disappoint me.
Big Mike.
I think this is King Tut, Steve Martin. I don't think I'm going to get a copyright for that. If I do, whatever. I won't be mad at you.
She came to town, it was plain to see. Big she Mike. Was hiding something down between her knees. Big Mike. Not your ordinary dyke. Big Mike. Moves it just to ride a bike. Hanging with her
Not your ordinary dyke.
Salami, Big Mike. Big posing for the covers of Vogue and Elle. Big shaking Mike. It on Ellen like ringing a bell. Big Mike. Hangs
All right,
with the vagina.
I'm pulling the ejection lever on this, Ben. You have officially sent one stinker. This sucks.
Big Mike. Ain't got no vagina. Pictures on the cover, but it's just a gay lover. Big Mike.
No, not listening to the rest. That's dog shit. Boo, Ben. How dare you? You've done so well in the past, and you give me Big Mike? Oh, damn it. Oh, my God. Ben, you had been knocking it out of the park. But that's what you gave me tonight. Ah, Big Mike. I get it. She's got a penis. Big Mike. Woo! Oh, no. No. Not good. Not good at all. And with that, I guess we're going to have to end the show. You're going to have to redeem yourself. And the only way you could do it, Band, it's not going to be with links. It's going to be with more super chats. That's the only way that I'm going to respect you. From now on. Your stinky boomer Big Mike song did not only make me not laugh, but may God have mercy on your soul for posting such dog shit in this chat room. Rest in peace, Band. I'm just fucking with you. Not really. Like, that was objectively awful. But anyway, we got to end this show. I still like you, Band. Oh, you got it from InfoWars? InfoWars still comes out with some stinky cringe shit. Like, I like Alex Jones. I like his message. But there's some stinking on there. No doubt about it. Mugclub.com. God bless Alex for having to fucking join forces with Steven Crowder. But that shit is cringe. Crowder is cringe, frankly. Look at any of his parodies. They're about as good as your Big Mike parody. Yeah, you got it from InfoWars. That doesn't matter. InfoWars kind of sucks sometimes. But I still love you, brother. It is what it is. But we have to be objective. We have to be funny here on the Ryan Harkness Show. This is the show. It appears every Sunday. I start at 8 p.m. I go until I run out all my content. Again, thank you for all the super chatters tonight. Angie, Band, Dunny, absolutely appreciate it. And the big super chatter, I don't know who that was. It might have been one of you, but you don't know how to put your name in the fucking thing. I would love to give you a shout out tonight. I think I made almost $100 tonight. Pretty close to it. Not that much, but enough to make it fucking damn worth it to do this retarded fucking show for you guys. And I appreciate the hell out of it. You'll catch me next week, 8 p.m. to whenever I get out of here. That's it, guys. We're getting out of here. Don't be disparaged, Band. I'm going to give you a chance to redeem yourself. But if you ever post some of that dog shit, Big Mike, boomer butt shit in my fucking chat room again, I'm going to fucking